Hi, and welcome to another Type with Me. In today's video, I want to talk about the Popover API to simplify your JavaScript footprint. Within the web platform, we have a new HTML element, Popover. It's really amazing. You can do a lot of things with it, just with HTML and CSS and without the need of using JavaScript. So if you're going to take a look at the Can I Use, then you see here that we have all the browsers that are green, except of Internet Explorer 11. If you need to support that, well, then don't use this. Stick with just div and JavaScript, right? But for all the rest, all the major players have support for that, even Samsung Internet. So that's great, right? And on the Can I Use, we can also go to the MDN web docs from Mozilla, and there you can find some more info about the HTML element popover property. Now I prepared a application, and what you see here, we have a button. It has a popover target, my popover, referring to the ID of my div, right? And again, that's great normally, but I don't know. No, it's not giving any reference to the property, which is silly, but okay. And here we have open pop-up as a text in our button. So this one will do the linking between the ID of my popover, and again we give it here an attribute popover on the div, right? Then you can have here some content, and you can have a close button, and a close button can have a popover target, my popover target action, hide. You will see that popover target actions can have hide, show, and toggle, and a close, right? So I also created some CSS for this. Well, actually, it's very basic. Yeah, we have some background. We have a button that we have styled here, and then we have a close button. We have styled that as well. And actually, this one is not applicable anymore, so we can remove this. Now, if we want to show you how this looks like, we can do mpx serve to serve you this application. And this looks like this actually. We have a open popover, and we have here a close. So we can then close, and it will just close. Here you see we get this one. Even we can do this, click in the backdrop actually, or we can open it and I can push the escape button, and it will also close the popover. So escape will also close it, which is also very good for accessibility, right? Right, so but one of the next steps that I want to show you is how to style this. So one of the things that I have added here are styles for the popover, and you will see what it will do. Well, it will do the following thing. So we have here our attribute popover, and it has the popover open property on it. Here I'm saying that inset would be unset, because standardized it has a value. Same thing with margin. Margin is set to auto. That's the reason why we get it into the center of our application. I don't want to have that. I want to have it right 5 pixels, and on the top 5 pixels. I want to have the translate, right? Same thing goes here just for the exit state. I want to have that as well. And actually, I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna remove this actually. I think if I just do this is the open state, is the exit state, but also just initial state of the attribute here. And we have the before open state. Before open state could also be very interesting, mainly for having the right animations actually. So here you see add starting state as a special CSS thing to use. It's also quite new. It's like that's the starting point of your Popover open, and then you have the other one right here, and that's then the next one, right? So if I now go to the browser and show you the result, then you will see if I click on Popover open, yeah, we still have the same results. I can now click on this one, open Popover. There's a new one. You see here it's on the top, 5 pixels from the top, 5 pixels from the right, and it has some animation, right? If I close it, it goes away with some animation. If I do again open Popover, it slides in on the right. So I think that's really cool. If I do escape, it goes away. If I do Popover again, I can click on the backdrop, it goes away. So I think that's really great usability, right? And it's very easy. It's baked in into the browser. The only thing that we need to do is to style the Popover behavior to the needs of our application, and the other things are just baked in into the browser and can give you a lot of things just for free. The last thing that I want to show you is the backdrop and the styling of the backdrop. So if we now uncomment this and this as well, you'll see that we have the blur.css, and actually the blur.css will give a backdrop filter with a blur of 5 pixels. I'm going to mill it a little bit towards 2 pixels maybe. I'm gonna save this, and then you see here Popover or attribute, and then here the backdrop. So that's how we can select the backdrop actually. I think that's a great thing. And I'm going to show you how this looks like within the browser, right? All right, so let's open this one up here. I also need to refresh it, of course. And then I open up and you see here that the backdrop is blurred, which is great because maybe you want to put something on top of everything else as a popover, like I was saying, and everything needs to be blurred because your attention needs to go to the new information on the screen. All the rest is just fake, right? So, and if we close this, you see here that blur is going away. Also, the content is going away, and you can still start doing your job, what you did before. Of course, if you have here some content and you open your popover, you do something and it changes the underlying content, it's maybe not that necessary to do the CSS styling for that. Thank you for staying so long with me. I just want to show you some small last thing. I have found an example on the internet where they are using the Popover API JavaScript. And I just want to go a little bit over that with you, show you a little bit what it can do if you want to start using it within JavaScript and not within the HTML and CSS part, right? All right, so we have some examples on the internet, and one of the examples is to yeah, just generate toasts and then generate a failed toast, failed toast, a failed toast, and it has some kind of an API on top of it. And if we go to sources and then here to index.javascript, you will see that we can make a toast, and here we can create a element article. It can have a popover.popover as an attribute. We can put it to manual. We can add toasts as a class, or we can add newest or whatever. We can have some kind of message that we want to show into it, and you will see here then you can use then the text contents equals a message. We can append it to the document. We can show the pop over. We can update the counter. We can hide pop over as well. I remove the toast again after 4 seconds, which is also great, and actually remove it afterwards. And here, when a new toast appears, run the move toast up function, and then we can here see what it needs to do when we do the add event listener toggle to the popover element, right? So that's an event that you can listen to from the Popover API. So again, very nice to, so also here I think if I click on it, okay, yeah, if I click on the button, if I click on the button, that's that one, and that's that one, and then it moves it up to the right position, right? So that's great. I will list or provide you with a link where you found more examples of the Popover into the description below, so you can go to it as well. I think it's very cool. I really like where the web platform is going to. I think it's really nice that we can have this ability just right into the browser, that we have the ability to use the HTML elements where they need to be used for. Also, it has great accessibility rules into it as well, and we don't need to be relying on big JavaScript libraries because of this. So I think it will be good for performance as well. Leave a comment down below what you think about the Popover API. If you think it's a good thing, if you think it's a nice thing, or if you have used it in a very cool way, just provide us with some links. It can help us to show the rest of the world what a great API it is. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.